Okay, it's time now for Perspective, and today's guest has spent the last 40 or so years recording history from the very centre of events, infiltrating groups like the Hells Angels, gangs in Paris, reporting from over 20 different war zones, Iraq, Iran, Kosovo, Northern Ireland. He's taken multiple bullets, escaped a car bombing, been kidnapped himself. Mr. Yan Morvan, a very warm welcome to the show, and thanks for being with us. You've covered so many conflicts, infiltrated so many pretty dangerous groups. I mean, I have to say, before we get into the various topics like the Bobby Sands, one thing that strikes me is the amount of risk you appear to have taken for your career. Oh,
because, well, I'm a poor guy. I feel afraid of everything. I'm afraid of everything. So that's why my father, when I was a kid, he was telling me, Jan, you will never succeed in life. You're a bad boy, you're fat and all that. And so when I was 16 years old, you know, to convince some girls to kiss me, you know, I have to be strong. So that's why, and I never stopped the story, you know. It's like drugs, something like I have to do it.
Search for adventure, and you're so used to ignoring your fear one way, because you had to flee France at one point with your family. I mean, you infiltrate pretty tough groups. How do you even infiltrate that, and how do you deal with that kind of danger then?
I don't know. I think some bad people, because maybe I'm sweet, and the people, I attract those kind of people, and they say, this guy is sweet. And I used to be among people, violent people, you know, sometimes. Yeah. And I talk to them like a guru, you know. I say, you should not do that. It's not good to kill people and all that. And so sometimes they listen to me like a priest. And so they're happy, you know, when they do something wrong. When I was Guy Georges, and, well, Guy Georges, I didn't know he was killing people, of course.
Yeah, that was a serial killer here in France.
But those people were really dangerous people. And so I say, you should not act like this, you know. You will go to hell or something, you know. And so they're happy to listen to that, you know. When you are in the mood of violence all the time, you know, maybe you need somebody who will say, it's not good.
It's a strange one, though. But I have to say, let's bring in, you have a new book out. It's Bobby Sands, who was, of course, an Irish Republican who died on a hunger strike. He was 27 years of age. He died after 66 days of a hunger strike. You were in Northern Ireland when he died. You yourself were 27 at the time. Yeah. A lot of this book, the book's only published now. First of all, why is that? It was something you photographed in 1981.
Easy. 2 years ago, when I heard about the Brexit, I said, my God, this is the beginning of the new story, a bad story for Irish people, because, well, Europeans are giving money. You know, at the time, I got the picture in 1980. It was a misery, you know. Northern Ireland was a misery. The people had no job. They were unemployed. I mean, Northern Ireland. And so the European community gave some money for Northern people to rise. And this time, it's a border returns to Northern Ireland, no money. The British will have no money left, and they don't like the Irish people. You know, these people, they were in the past used for bad stuff and low gauges, and now the problem will come again. So I said, why don't we talk about it? And this guy, Bobby Sands, was like a Jesus Christ, you know, and he say it's a holy man for the Northern people, and so his involvement in the fight was, he didn't kill anybody, you know, I guess, but you never know, you know, I'm not from Iran, you know, so, but the way he did it in the church, not the church, in the prison, the jail, the way he learned Gaelic, he talked to the people, the way he behaved, like, he was like a holy man, and so now he's a kind of a hero from Northern people, because he didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, no, and he wanted the IRA to be seen as political prisoners as opposed to regular criminals. But one thing that stands out in this exhibition, and it's currently on in Visa pour l'Image in the south of France, but a lot of the people you photograph are children in this, and children who have now grown up.
Yeah,
and do you imagine that anger then lives on? Have you gone back since then?
No, I plan to go back, but you know, I have some places to. Now it's quiet, so I have to go to places where I tell story, and you know, it's not. No, maybe I will be back if the war starts again. You know, maybe I will.
But you genuinely feel that tensions could boil over very quickly then?
Yeah, what happened? Not at the time when the Brexit will be on the 1st of April. I think. No money, after 1, 2, 3 years, the fight will start again. Because the people from Ireland are not the same people as in other countries.
But indeed, you've covered over 20 different war zones. Yeah. Do you see, though, a common denominator in those conflicts, or are they completely unique?
I mean about Northern Ireland?
Just from Lebanon to Iraq to Iran, is there this common thing that makes people rise up in that?
The difference is, no, it's a misery, you know. As far as you got misery, unemployment, you have problem. And it was not a problem with religion, you know, Catholics and Protestants. It was a problem with the welfare. Those people have nothing. They don't have any possibility to work with the government, to work with, you know, it was really like, we got the same problem in France, you know, with the people from North Africa and all that. So they got the dirty job. And if you travel with the subway in the morning at 5, 6 o'clock, you will see only black people or North African people in France, you know. And it was the same in England. They use people from Ireland for centuries to work in factories.
Discrimination that breeds anger.
And so the problem will be the same as we can have all over Europe. You know, the world are changing now because this can be everywhere in Europe.
Okay, so it's a stark warning to us to look back at the history there of Northern Ireland and hope it is the history for them. Mr. Yan Morvan, we're unfortunately already out of time, but thanks so much for coming into the studio and giving us...
Thanks to you, and I'm sorry about my bad English, you know.
No, it's absolutely fantastic.
I will return to school and...
Come back to Ireland anytime. Mr. Yan Morvan, thanks so much again for your time.
Thank you for all of you. Thank you.
Okay, let's